you've broken off and you need to replace the nylon quick connect that's on your motorcycle's fuel line. Alright, so let's get to this here. Let's say let's say this is our gas tank right here, and we've got the broken nylon threads in there. Just snapped it off. Alright, I'm sharing this video with you guys because I spent a lot of time ordering parts, breaking parts, tearing stuff up. I'm going to show you how to take this out and how to put a new one in. So here we go. Alright, so we got that in there. What we need is a screwdriver, and we need this torch right here. I'm going to grab my lighter, fill in the house with gas. We're going to kill us all. Alright, here we go. Okay, so we're just going to take a flathead screwdriver. We're going to heat this thing up for probably about 10, 15, 20 seconds. And we're going to jab it. We got one time to do this. We're going to jab it in here. We're going to hold it for probably 20 seconds. We're going to let that nylon melt itself to this screwdriver. Now, if you're doing this on a gas tank, you need to make sure the fuel is out of that gas tank. Since this is a European bike, let me call it petrol. But if you can't get the fuel out of the quick connect, then what you actually need to do is you need to just open up the cap, turn the gas tank upside down, and get all the gas out of it. Alright, I'm going to set that aside, say that's hot enough. Alright, we're going to go straight down into it. We're just going to hold it. Shut that torch off. May take, this may take 20 seconds, so I'll let this cool down. We're going to turn it. Look at that. It's going to come out for us. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Just like that right there. Alright, let me show you how to put a new one in. Okay, so now it's onto this right here. We've got to get this in there. Look at this. Brand new. See, that's how it's supposed to work, boy. Like that right there. Nothing like new parts. If you want to know where to get these, I got these on eBay. There's somebody in South Florida that actually makes these and distributes them, and they're 10 times better than the nylon ones. And probably this little piece right here is only about 10 more dollars than the nylon one from Triumph. All right, so here's the problem with this thing right here. Here's the old one. I've got it already disassembled, and we're able to get a socket onto it so we can get it in and out of there. When they're together, you've got to be able to take this little keeper thing here off of here in order to get a socket on it. You see that? Won't fit. And you sure can't do it with a pair of pliers because there's just not enough room usually between the two, or it's actually recessed down into the plate on the fuel pump to where you can't really get a pair of pliers on it anyway. And I've done this. I've chewed this up with a pair of pliers. So I'm making this video for you guys so y'all are not out all the money that I was out and the downtime of waiting for this. So let me show you how this works. I got it right here on paper. All right, let me show you how this works real quick. I got it on paper. All right, so there's a little bitty tab right here, and when this edge hits that tab, that's what makes this kick out slides back and locks onto this. All right, so we have to push it, make it come apart. So what we want to do is we need to take this apart so we can get a socket on it. So let me show you how we do that. What we're going to do is we're going to take our fingernail, sharp tool, something, push down on this, slide this out. We don't want to lose this spring. It is hard to see. If you wear glasses to read, go ahead, stop the video, go get some glasses. This is going to be hard to see. Do it over the top of a towel, just like I've done it. So if something hits it, it lands on this towel. All right, so here we go. We're going to take, and we're going to push that down, and as soon as I did, it snapped. We want to hold your finger on it, right? And you may have to, now it's got a pretty little powerful spring on it. You may have to just push this forward a little bit. There it goes. It slipped down in there. And we want to start prying it open. Maybe kind of hard, so you might want to use a screwdriver under the handle. Just give it a little bit of a wiggle. Now there's a spring underneath this handle too. It's a little bit bigger, like what you would see in an ink pen. So, and we can lose that spring and it could possibly still work. There it goes. You may have to just whoop. See, it popped right there. I could have lost that. If I was outside in the driveway, it would have been gone. There we go. There's the spring that was under the handle. And here's the spring that was down inside of it. I'm going to show you how small this is. You see that little spring? And these are actually two separate pieces. So we're just going to take that. We're going to set it aside. Remember where we set it at, because it's going to be hard to find. But now that we've got that apart, now that we've got this piece off of here, see, it moves freely. Now that we've got this off, let me move this spring too. That's going to allow us to put a 19mm socket on that and be able to turn it. Now, if you've had to take out the old nylon and you had to, and it was broke off in there like I showed you just a while ago at the very beginning of the video, I would just take this and run it back and forth inside those female threads to just clean them out. You can put you'll have to put a socket on this to turn it. But once it gets to this point right here on this edge, right here, you need to stop. The threads inside the plate that the fuel pump is on, it's going to be, you know, a cheap metal, or it's going to be brass. It's going to be extremely soft. You will strip it out if you over torque it. Just turn it till it stops. That's it. No need to put Teflon tape on these threads. If you do, you'll never get them started. It's not going to leak on you. Another thing is on the male piece right here that actually goes inside here. This has what they call a Viton O-ring. I think I'm saying that right. It may be Viton, I don't know. But if you still use the factory ones because you think they're good, and you replace that O-ring with just a rubber O-ring, it will start leaking in about 2 weeks. The gasoline just eats it up. This whole little thing right here, you get two of these. It was $100. Take my word for it. Just do it. Just do it. So, all right. So, let me show you how to put this back together. So now we've got this in the bike, and let me see here. I got a little. I'm gonna bring this back out real quick. Kind of use it as a stand. So we've got this in the bike. Now we want to put this back together. All right, so first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take the spring that was under the button. We're gonna put it back in there. Whoops! If it wants to fall out on you, put just a little dab of grease on the end of it, and that should make it stick. So we're gonna put that in there. Hopefully she'll stay for us. There we go. Now, this really fine spring, there's the hole for it right there. Let's get this back in there. I'm going to do it in two separate pieces because it's easier. I'm going to take the spring, drop it in there first, I'm going to take the pin. Now the pin has the little grooves on it. Those face upward. All right, so we're going to put those in. We're going to press that down with our thumb. So at this point, right now, don't take your thumb off, whatever you do. Now we're just going to take this and we're just going to slide all that back together till it clicks. That's it, my friends, right there. That is it. All your problems solved. If the O-ring on there, like I said, if that O-ring leaks any at all, you won't have a check engine light. Your bike will still run. The idle won't be that good, and the reason why is because you're losing fuel pressure. So if I was you guys, just, because you can buy these pieces separately, just go ahead and buy them together. That way you get the new O-ring. That's it. Thanks for watching.